Hello, this is Nathan, better known as CrazyHermitDM, and this is my podcast, The Hermit's Homebrew. Joining me today is Brent from Lang Mini Studio, and Chase, who is better known as Kelk, as we talk about Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop gaming. 16 years ago, someone handed me this backstory with, I'm assuming, genuine excitement. And tonight, we're not going to try and laugh at it. We're going to try and figure out what the last 16 years have taught us about the game and the way we're playing it now and how far we've actually come. Because there are a couple of spots in that it breaks, to me, almost every cardinal rule in backstory writing that we have. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it. If you guys want to interrupt or have any questions or want to side tangent for a little bit over something, please do.
I make no promises on the laughing side.
I mean, as long as
I'm probably gonna laugh at it.
we can.
I laugh at my own.
I don't mind making
Yeah,
fun
exactly.
of being in the spirit of fairness. I don't mind laughing at the story, but we will not laugh at the player.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I will preface any of my reactions is not going to be a specific dig on the person. Absolutely not. You should have read some of the stuff that I did back in middle school and high school. It's probably cringe as all get out.
Oh.
So I'm probably just as guilty, if not more guilty, of anything like that coming up.
This was back when I was playing 4th edition back in 2010. This person was playing a Shadowcar Sword Mage, which is basically the Eldritch Knight in 5e, a Shadow Elf.
Oh, from the
Shadowfell.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
he ain't from the Shadowfell.
yeah.
So his character name starts with a K, so if I say K during reading this, that's who I'm referring to, is his character. So, as long as K could remember, the forest had always been his hope, and the Elvian clan was as close. Oh, and I will preface it, we started off at level 1.
I was getting ready to ask that question.
Yes. And the Elvian clan was as close as he could get for family. Growing up, he was taught the offensive magic by his mother, Miranda, and sword fighting was left for his father to teach him. Being the adopted son of the head hunter of a sorceress, he had to work harder to piece that. He was not treated better than others. At 16, he was to go into the forest and bring back an item of value to them, for it would determine like their value or place in the village within 3 days. That part right there was a little bit scribbly. I could not make out the chicken scratch.
So it's like a rite of passage. Like,
Yeah, he's got to go and he's got to go get something to prove that he's a man in 3 days.
Before he started, he went to his parents for some hunting equipment. Miranda gave him a flash rock she kept for the day of his initiation. His father gave Kay a khopesh that he used for his initiation. By the way, excellent choice in sword. It's one of my
excellent choice in swords, by the way. Yes, I like
it. For his father, used the same blade also. He also gave him leather armor and wished him luck. After gathering 3 days of food and water, he made his way into the forest. ... Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay. It had been 2 days, and Kay had nothing to show for it.
They gave you 3.
Yes. Following animal trails, stayed near water sources, and came up with nothing. He was about ready to leave when he came across a large footprint. By tracing its route, he came across a wide clearing with an adult green dragon he had heard stories from. The village that was a dragon dubbed as the Emerald Beast lurked in the forest. Many hunters went to find it, but they either came back empty-handed or had not at all come back. Since it was asleep, Kay moved towards it with his sword at the ready. The dragon heard his steps, snapped its jaws. He sidestepped, cut into the underpart of the dragon's neck. The dragon railed in pain and raked him across the face with its claws, sending him into a tree. He lost his sword somewhere in the foliage, and his vision was blurry as the dragon moved in. It was only mere seconds away from him. Desperate, he grabbed the flash rock and tossed it at the beast, recovering his sword as the rock exploded.
Flash rock, is that some kind of like?
It's a flashbang.
It's a flashbang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it do damage?
No.
No, it just creates a blind
Okay.
effect if they fail the save.
Mhm.
Uh,
It doesn't stun, does it? It's just the blindness effect.
I think it's just the blindness.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
If I do remember right. It's 4th edition.
It's 4th edition, yeah.
And it's a common magic item, so I'm assuming blind.
Yeah.
The blast hit the dragon square in the eyes, and it sent him back reeling. His vision returning, he grabbed his khopesh and charged head-on at the dragon. He made his way up the dragon's torso and hacked away at the dragon. The dragon took off into the air, having to lose K. He also held onto the sword that was planted into the back. He inched along by stabbing the dragon's neck. Nearing the dragon's head, he stabbed into the dragon's right eye, causing them to plunge down to the ground. They crashed directly into the center of the village. I'm assuming the village that he grew up in with that context. Sounds of the bones and then there was crashing and screaming of people. The dragon skidded off into a few houses before stopping. K managed to crawl out from underneath of it and stood to his feet covered in blood. My people, I, K, son of Miranda, and have single-handedly killed the Emerald Beast. This is what I bring back from the forest. Let us be merry, for the forest is safe once again. The village went into an uproar, hailing him as the Emerald Beast Slayer. By the way, I was the DM, and he never ran any of this by me. Of the Green Root Village.
So just real quick.
Just a recap.
Yeah.
Adult Green Dragon, he fought, right?
Yes.
Got messed up.
Soloed.
Was getting, yeah. Got messed up. Was getting ready to basically get killed, right? Throws his flash rock. Adult Green Dragons have blind sight up to 60 feet.
That's I was looking for the 4th edition monster manual. So do you have it up on Chase?
Not 4th edition, but I'm just looking at the 5th edition, and it's a challenge 15. This thing
Yeah, it's about to say an adult dragon is.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter at that point. It's got 207 hit points. You're level 1.
I mean, at level 1, the claw and it throwing into a tree would be enough to down a sub-level 1 character, because this is his backstory.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
claw attack, 2d6 plus 6 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah, you're
plus
done.
11 to hit.
If this was, 5e, yes.
Yeah.
If it was 5e, yeah.
Unfortunately, you cannot pull any of the 4e.
I can't believe
the
I'm
dragons
asking.
have lots of health.
Is there 4e
regardless, right?
behind the Best of the Dragon magazine? Is there a monster manual there? I do not think I
think
have
what
the
would
monster
have
manual.
so far made
Oh,
the
you don't have
story
the-
a little
okay.
bit.
Wait, the Ninter Veil. Go ahead. Yeah, right there, the Monster Vault. That has a green dragon in it, I'm pretty sure.
I think the story so far, if they're trying to say like they killed the dragon, they became this fighter that they are now. Like, this is how they became the character.
There was an argument back in the day too of whether level 1 started out your adventuring career or whether it started out your skill level as well, which went back and forth when I first started.
Well, I would say that everybody is less than level 1.
Yes.
Like, a commoner is less than a level 1 player. You just have to say that you're an above average person, already.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
They've
just needed to make the dragon wounded beforehand.
I think so.
You know what I mean?
But it does get worse. I'll get into that. Preface it before that as well. His girlfriend was playing at the table as well, and he wrote this backstory without running anything by his girlfriend and about her character.
Oh, so his
He's bringing her
backstory.
character to it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, his backstory includes some other. So, okay, okay. Before we go into that part, it's a black dragon
Okay.
in
Ooh.
4th edition Monster Vault. Threats to the Ninter Vale is what I'm looking at. The dragon is Shadowmire. It is a huge, magical beast, aquatic dragon, a level 19 solo lurker. Hit points 712. Armor class
712.
armor class 33.
You used to be able to do bonkers damage in 4E.
Uh
I feel like you do bonkers damage in 5e.
plus 20 to
It's
initiative.
mellow compared to 4E.
Plus 17 to perception. Has dark vision, resists acid, fly speed,
Like-
swim speed.
People complain about 5E being superhero. 4E was like
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah, 4th edition was, yeah. Traits,
They would pull
aquatic.
on Looney Tune with it.
Sometimes.
Just the health point alone automatically means you lose. You
Yeah,
don't have enough
yeah.
at level
HP
1.
712, armor class of 33.
Oh.
There's no way a level 1 person is hitting a 33 armor class.
So
Not with what? Did they have a sword and that was it? Like
Yeah, it wasn't even a magical sword.
no.
Or at least say he was blessed by his god. He was given divine power for a moment to smite this thing.
Going back, as part of the village custom, the initiate could take what they wanted from their kill to keep as a trophy. Kay went to work crafting a dragon tooth earring, a green scale left eye piercing, a red claw tattoo over his right eye scar, and a vial of dragon blood. In the hunter ceremony, he was given the initiate's arrowhead, making him a full-fledged hunter. He was revered as a hero, and so began his life as a hunter. In 1 year, he had completed his initiate's arrow, become lead hunter of the village, and had hunted all the creatures of the forest. He had.
Whoa.
I mean, he already killed the most dangerous thing in the forest. So
I just have to assume that it was hurt beforehand. And it was on like 1 health.
Eh,
And he rolled a nat 20.
I.
yeah,
I'm
He
yeah.
had
gonna let
started.
you do 1 damage at least.
Dunk.
He started to question what life was like outside the village. After gathering all his possessions, going through a farewell ceremony, he left Green Village to seek adventure and fortune. He left and went to Baldur's Gate. We played Forgotten Realms at the time.
Quick question.
Nice.
He's a Shatterkai, right?
Yes.
How'd he get to the material plane?
Don't know.
Okay.
And went to Baldur's Gate to start getting money. After many months of
There's
saving,
a whole group of them in this plane already.
Yeah.
Because he lived at a hunter village that was just a bunch of them, right? Or was he the only one?
Well, he said it was an elven village, and elves and Shatterkai are similar, but
Okay.
same, only different.
Okay.
but after many months of saving, he had enough for a ship of his very own. He went back to
How long?
after many months of saving.
Okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Yeah. Okay.
He went back to
Hasn't
his.
he already slain every beast in the land?
Yeah.
In the forest.
And
And
he's
his-
some like great hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went back to his village to tell.
Hero is a background. I'm just
Do what?
pointing this out.
Oh, folk hero. Yeah.
That wasn't so much one in 4E, unfortunately, but he went back to his village to tell of the outside world and to gather a crew to start with. He said his final goodbyes and set sail with 12 crew members to sea. For 8 years, he and his crew plundered the nobles and stole from the wealthy. They survived the dangers of the sea, escaped the law, and occasionally gave to the destitute. Then came the day he went to a foreign land known as Spectra. I don't know where Spectra is in the Forgotten Realms. I assume that's
So
I don't either. Yeah.
before we get to
Before
that,
we get there.
yeah.
Pen.
why did he suddenly become
Yeah,
a
he went
pirate
from
then?
like Robin Hood, Jack Sparrow to
Greatest
Like he's
hunter
a
to become
hunter?
greatest hunter to becoming a pirate. For several years.
Okay.
okay.
And like we're just killing
Yeah. And yeah, Robin Hood, basically
people,
Robin Hood
right?
of the
Like the
sea.
pirates just killing people, plundering
And
people's ships,
occasionally
killing people.
helping out.
Okay. He's Jack
Well,
Sparrow in
I would
it.
if he's killing people, I would say he's not Jack Sparrow because I don't know how many people canonically Jack Sparrow killed. You know, but it's
I feel like he's killed a bunch of Marines in some fights that were trying to kill him before. Like
okay.
just
Yeah,
sword
so
flying
yeah,
around.
some of the Royal Marines. Yeah, you're probably right. Back in the day, yeah, that's a good point.
But anyways,
Yeah.
then
Anyway, yeah.
I'm just
then ca-
surprised that this character's turn of events was I've killed everything. I'm gonna go get a boat. Hey guys, what's up, guys? Why don't we go be pirates?
Let's go
Like
be
we're one
pirate.
piece in it
a,
here.
a bunch of like
And off they go.
obviously
Like,
Elvian village in the forest, and he gathered anyone from that local area to become his basically crew.
People that know a whole lot about operating ships. Yeah.
out at sea, yes. It's common knowledge.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then came the day, though, that he went to the foreign land known as Spectra, which I don't know
Yeah, I
where
don't know
that's
where
at,
that is. Yeah.
to resupply the ship's provisions. He went to see King Spectral to ask for permission to trade. The request was granted, and he was taken to the castle's market, where he slipped away to the castle's treasury. What caught
We
his
haven't
eye? What caught his
we haven't
eye?
started the campaign yet, right?
No, not
Oh, okay.
whatsoever. This is not even session 1.
Okay.
And we had a session 0. And he wrote this in
Oh,
between session 0 and 1.
okay.
What caught his eye wasn't the gold or the jewels, for he had seen before, but a single rolled up parchment showing recently signs of being created. Recently rolled up parchment showing signs of being created. I had to switch pages there, people. I apologize.
Yeah, had to
He-
turn the page. Yeah.
Yes. He oh, by the way, this is a 10-page backstory. We're on page
4?
6.
Oh, 6. Okay.
It's handwritten, so
Oh, okay.
recent signs of being created. He picked up the paper and opened it and was amazed at what he had saw. It was a weapon, unlike anything he had seen. It was the plans for an arcane firearm. It looked like a crossbow, except it had a longer rectangular base, a hand grip, and a handle at the end for, I assume, like a Tommy gun. I assume
Yeah, it's got a front grip. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a yeah.
It also had a 5-bolt clip attached to the top of the gun. Knowing its value, he slid it into his pants pocket and walked out of the room.
Not the worst place to hold something. I
But
believe.
I mean, a very large crossbow just goes into your pants
well,
pocket.
it's
Looney
it's
Tunes.
it's it's the plans, right?
Oh yeah, true. Never mind. He did say
Yeah,
the
that's
plan.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
the
the
plans.
plans. It's
I
not the actual
apologize.
thing itself. Yeah. I believe there was a book series in the Forgotten Realms to where these guys this adventuring party that got together, who eventually become this grand, heroes of the realms. They actually get licensed as an adventuring party, and the leader of the adventuring party holds his writ of charter that shows like you're an official adventuring party. He folds it up and has it in his codpiece. So, and that's a canon book in the Forgotten Realms setting. And the guy ends up marrying some like cleric, this elven cleric, and of like Solune or whoever, and he becomes a grand hero. And yeah, he's walking around with his papers in his codpiece. So him putting in his pocket, pretty tame.
So a stray spectral soldier found him walking out of the treasury. Hold it right there, thief. He went to tackle Kay, but he went to a sprint and headed, or sorry, but he went to a sprint and headed unlegible word to his boat, hoping his crew was ready. He bursts the front gate open and saw his men readying the boat. Men, get the ship up and ready. Go, go, go. But, sir, they say, no time, go. But, damn it. Get the boat ready.
Where were the guards for the vault in the first place? Okay.
By the gods, I will
This
shove.
boat's very close to the vault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Containing the screamer and his crew, I assume. I swear by the gods, I will shove my foot so far up your ass, you'll need a cleric to get it removed. Sir, yes, sir. They set sail from Spectra and away to the nearest source of land. They managed to find Waterdeep and set an archer there. Kay thanked his men, relieved them of their duties on board. He was going around town when he came across a street crowded with people. Curious, he pushed away through the crowd to see a female fire dancer juggling torches in the air.
Okay.
This
Here
is
we go.
another person's character at the table, by the way, that he didn't even ask whatsoever. Because I had asked this player, did he talk to you about what's in his backstory? Because I was a little bit bothered about it when I read this. And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah. I didn't kick him out of the party, but I did more. Yeah.
It's okay.
This episode's been brought to you by. So every GM here starts small when building a campaign, right? A tavern, a village, a few NPCs. But what if your players want something more, without you feeling overwhelmed? That's where Centurion 3D Studios steps in. Their new miniature village set lets you start small, but it's over 30 build-out options. Infinite ways to grow your world. Centurion 3D Studios is for the GMs that want to start small, but go big for their players. Alright, fellow hermits, Heimdall has just dropped their new dice line, and they come in a unique LED display box that makes them look like they're pulled straight out of a mythical ancient Viking vault. And the dice themselves, they're runic. Full Thark-inspired font on the faces, but the wild part is they've got this iridescent finish that literally changes when the light hits them. It's like your dice are actually filled with magic. If you want to show off the dice in a totally new way, grab one of these 5 sets, if not all of them. They're something out of the 9 realms themselves. Found a female fire dancer juggling torches into the air. He was impressed by her talent and stood
I
there
bet he was.
and stood around to watch until she was finished. The crowd cheered and threw money to her and left to go about their way.
Someone just got done watching Hunchback of Notre Dame, didn't they?
Possibly. He approached her to engage in conversation. Hello there. That was my Obi-Wan Kenobi impression.
Hello there.
Hello. That was some show you did. She says, thank you. This was the best yet that I've ever put on. I wonder if you light up the room like you light up out of here. But the room will be set ablaze by your beauty, not your torches. You're not too bad yourself.
Yeah.
You're not too bad yourself, he says. Oh, I'm just a Shatterkai. She says, I like exotic men. What are you here for? Business or pleasure? Both.
Yes.
I plan on ... settling down here. You have a ship then? ? She asks. Yes. Would you like to see it? Sure, she says. I'd love to. Kay smiles. He would not be alone in bed that night.
Kind of awesome that she just automatically assumed he had a boat.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
New paragraph, finally, for the first time in 4 pages.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay. So some formatting issues,
Yes.
but it's handwritten. So
Yes.
Yeah.
He woke up the next morning feeling like a king.
Did he plan on sharing this with the table, by the way?
He just handed it to me.
Oh,
Like, if this is like, oh, so this is what I wrote for my backstory, guys. Like, listen to this. And he just gets to her and he's like,
I'm just banging her. Yeah.
Just banging on my boat. And I was a king. And then he just like,
and just so just everyone remembers, he's still level 1.
Technically. Yeah. He woke up next morning feeling like a king now. He rolled over to see well, this person, he wrote down Alexandra, even though that was not the character's name. It must have been their alter ego, getting up as well. Hey there, something wrong, he says. I have something to tell you. I'm a man. This person was playing a changeling.
Oh, okay.
That's strange. I didn't feel anything on
Nice.
your end. No, really. Alexandria showed her true form to him. I am a man. Huck, I've never seen. I never saw that coming. Regardless, you want to partner up to make some money? Question mark. Wait, you don't see me as a freak? He or they ask. No, should I? Why?
Was this supposed to be something in her backstories, her character's backstory?
The player at the
So is he just
table.
making backstory up for her character?
Yes, because her, like, I'll admit that the player was a girl as well, and his girlfriend at the time. Her backstory was completely different. She never even mentioned she was in Waterdeep in her backstory.
Does she mention him in the backstory?
No, she didn't know that was a plan.
Okay.
I just didn't know, like, if they're playing a changeling.
Were they playing a changeling? Was that established by the actual player that she was playing a changeling?
And that she was going
Presenting
to
as
be a
female,
male changer,
yeah.
but presenting as female. Like, I'm curious, like, if this was supposed to be something about her backstory that she was hiding from the party.
This
and that she had
particular
told him,
player,
like,
she
because
was
they were,
playing.
maybe in a
She's
relationship
playing
at
a
the
wild
time.
magic
And so he's
sorcerer.
building it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
she was playing a wild
Best
magic
kind.
sorcerer. Yes, the best kind.
You're a little biased
besides
on that.
draconic. That's personal preference with mine if I had to choose a subclass. And yeah, she played a male the entire campaign. We went up to level 20 out of 30 that because you went to 30
4th
and
edition
40.
went to 30, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
But you don't see me as a freak, they say. No, should I? Why don't you? I really just like the bed warmed by a woman. Otherwise, besides you offer variety to this.
I mean, that's true. I mean, changeling
And
can do whatever.
And then he says, and then both, and then they uses the character's real name, which I'll say with S. S and K were partners till the end from that day forward. This did not last for hours. For a few months later came a day when they had to leave Waterdeep. K was the one. K was the one who knows all's bodyguard. I'm not sure who the one who knows all is as well.
The one who knows all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I assume it's a gangster.
Information broker or something.
Yes.
Is that some kind of deity that he had planned?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he did, yeah, maybe.
But he didn't tell. Yeah, none of this was run by you. Yeah.
When he just kept, we're going to go back a little. K was the one who knows all's bodyguard when he just kept patrons distracted if they were caught onto. They were pushing up for the day when he saw a silver-plated warforge down the street. Shit, he says. He's got to go. Grab only what you need, or we got to get going. Or he's got to go? I don't know. That one's a little confused. Yeah, he's got to go. Yeah. What's going on? No time, he says to S. He tossed her equipment sack to her in a leather sack, and yeah, it contradicts itself later on in the sentence, and then handed her the orb. Don't know what the orb is. We must get to the ship without being seen. Kay took the one. Don't know who the one is.
Is that the one who sees all?
It must be, and went to the port. Once at the port, he saw.
His missing page.
No, This is all legit. Like it jumps around
really?
that. It jumps around that much. Once at the port, he saw his first mate, Strider, speaking to a spectral soldier. I don't know who that is now, but we now have to leave. You'll realize we're on a manhunt for a man who looks like, and then tackles the spectral guard into the sea and gets a clear shot.
It's a spectral guard.
Yes, because they went to the Spectress, the kingdom, with the king Spectress, and now they're spectral
I was
guards.
thinking spectral
Everyone's
like a
ghosts. Okay.
ghost.
Yes.
Yeah. Like how can you tackle a ghost? But okay. I've wait, I thought they went to Waterdeep.
Yeah, they were. They went to Waterdeep after all. They went
then
to they went to Baldur's Gate. They went to this kingdom of Spectral, which I have no clue where the title is.
And then they went to
then
Waterdeep.
they went to Waterdeep.
And now they're back in Spectral?
No. There's a spectral guard in Waterdeep, probably looking for him, I assume.
Yeah.
But he tackles
because he stole something from there. That's why he left.
Yeah. He took those plans.
Track. Okay. I'm following. Yeah. Okay.
But he tackles the guard into the ocean. And then the last part of the story, unfortunately, I don't have that part because it was only like 2 sentences and it got lost to the passage of time, was that they set sail to the town of Hammerfast, which Hammerfast is in the Ninter Vale in the landlocked mountains in the middle of Faerun.
Nice. So it's like a Noah's Ark thing.
Yes.
We're going to find it in the mountains.
And I asked him when he handed me this, and I read it through, and I will admit, 16 years ago, I was a lot more crass. I was not as tactful, and I was 26 years old. I've gotten a lot better with age.
Is there a...
It was like...
So the Ninter
This is
Vale...
bullshit.
Yeah, Ninter Vale was a 4th edition small sub-campaign that you could put in almost any campaign setting. And we ended up putting it in the Forgotten Realms. And it should be just... I believe they said in a couple of articles, should be roughly, was it east of the Daelans?
Okay, I have found Hammerfast.
Mm-hmm.
It is right there.
Yeah, there's the map.
Right there. Right smack in the middle of the mountains.
Nentir Vale.
Nentir.
Question to you guys, now that the story's been read. Compare it, it's now 2026. That was written in 2010. How differently do you feel this would have been taken if somebody handed this to you today in 2026?
If you would have handed that to me at the table, I'd have looked at his girlfriend and handed it to her and been like, "Do you know about this?"
Yeah, that's a huge question. Yes. What do you
think? Like, because that is crazy. But I'm down. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to have a conversation about the dragon's got to be weakened before you hit it. I don't care if you take the stuff off it. Why did you turn into a pirate? Like, at least make something about all that. And then at the end, come up with a way where you get depowered, right? Come up with a reason why you're level 1.
Yeah,
yeah. That whole backstory. But why are you depowered?
One of my favorite stories from Brandon Sanderson.
Make it that one above all person.
One of my favorite stories from Brandon Sanderson, talking to him about D&D, or he was talking about D&D in like one of his lectures, was that he convinced his, he let his DM in on the thing, but he convinced the players in in-game terms that he was a level 20 wizard and they were all starting off at level 1, that he just lost all his powers.
Right.
And they fully bought into it and all that. They're like, of course the DM would let Brandon Sanderson, one of the greatest fantasy authors of all time,
Brandon Sanderson,
do this story. But no, he was just a level 1 wizard. It'd always been level 1. Just was some no name.
Regular.
He was just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's got a story. It's all how you tell it.
The backstory that you just read us has promise. There's a lot of interesting points in there. It does a good job of explaining why a person is an adventurer and why they are in the starting location. So
was the starting location where he ended up?
Yeah.
Like, was he sailing?
Yeah,
into
we
the
were all
mountain
starting in
to the
Hammerfest.
starting
Okay, okay,
location?
so you all started. Okay, so he made it to the starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everywhere in between before that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised he didn't end up in frickin' Thay. Okay, cool. But it's also, if as a player, if this guy was sitting across from me at a table and we were role playing, my character would probably say, "This is a load of bullshit," and then probably think this guy is just trying to make himself sound cooler, so that the other adventurers at the table accept him as an adventurer just like they are. Like how people talk up, oh yeah, well, I've done this and I've done that, that whole like one-upsmanship game. That's what that's how I would run with it.
I'd just be like, every time he says something, I'd be like,
Yeah, I roll insight. Like, no, you didn't.
Every time he makes a claim, I'd be like, can I roll insight to see if he's telling the truth? Can I roll insight on that one too?
Yeah, and then have it be to where if you succeed, to where even if you roll absurdly high, it could be he is saying this with such conviction that it sounds like he believes what he's saying.
That's how some people pass like lie detector tests, is because they believe it to be true. So
yeah, all you have to do is just control your breathing, because kind of a side thing when it comes to lie detector tests, in my line of work, I've had to do a few of them. Every single time they have read the questions to me beforehand, to where we go through and they say, okay, I'm going to ask these questions. They ask the questions and you're not even hooked up to the machine yet. So you know what questions are coming and they can only be yes or no. So that's why a lot of people don't trust lie detector tests anymore, because they are extremely easy to fool, especially if you know the trick of calming down and control your breathing and try to control your heart rate as much as possible, and you'll be fine. Which is why a lot of people don't do it anymore. But anyway,
my problems is let's see. I wrote these down. My core problems, and I think have a real teaching value to anyone that's like a new DM, is solo kills an adult green dragon, becomes a village hero, a lead hunter, a legendary pirate, owns a ship, commands an entire crew, steals unique tech, has multiple lifelong partners and criminal arcs, all before level 1.
Yeah, and that's all of that happens in the backstory can happen in a D&D game. It can happen in a D&D session.
But he had his own campaign before the campaign even started.
Yeah, exactly. But it spans.
It could be a backstory.
It could.
But you also have to realize that some adventurers are in like their 50s and their 60s. There are elves that you adventure with that are 1,000 years old.
True, but like if you're an elf,
it's free Ren.
Free Ren, yes, but she's not level 1. She's level 20 already.
No, that's why you got to have a D.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is that
she's pretty
all of this stuff in this guy's backstory can legitimately happen in a whole campaign.
Yes.
So
now, that's why I asked the question. I was like,
how did he depower? Yeah.
Now the other thing, like, I want to point out is, because I was in my 20s, he was a kid at the time, and he's maybe 17 or 18 if I do remember right.
Okay, I wrote some pretty cringe stuff when I was in my teens. All right.
But the other problem I have, especially if this is, getting back to the original question, if this was presented to me now in 2026, the thing that bothers me is, like, every fight was won, every authority was escaped, every social interaction succeeded, every secret is handled perfectly.
Honestly, my biggest red flag for this whole thing is the involving another player's character without their consent. That is my biggest red flag.
And not only that, but
blueprints were fine.
Yeah, blueprints are fine. Yeah, because it could just be some like Da Vinci, like Leonardo da Vinci.
Cool blueprints.
Yeah, exactly. Leonardo da Vinci made so many plans for things that never got made, that like years later were still like impossible. So people could have an idea of, hey, what if we did this? I mean, we have ideas now that
we don't have the tech for.
We have the tech or the materials just don't exist for it yet. So, it's just some guy's drawing of, hey, wouldn't be kind of cool to do this? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Okay,
Right.
now let's go do something real. So even that's like, okay, cool, whatever. But it's just when you take away the agency or the control from somebody else, that's when I have.
Especially like from a 2010 to 2026 point of view, you've technically outed a person's character. You've had a romantic relationship with a person's character without consent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a big no-no for me.
Yeah.
That's taking advantage of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it isn't like it's Chase at the Mages College and knowing that, Vicky's going to let him go. It was a full-on, like, sexual encounter.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine wasn't with her.
No, in the backstory.
In the backstory.
I was running away from
in the backstory, it was a sexual.
Yeah, you're running away from the guards, but she got a hold of you, and then you're like, she made you promise to be good. You promised. She did not roll insight, and then you just ran off anyways.
Oh, that was.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah, because I knew she would. I knew she would trust me if I told her that I wouldn't run away.
I know. I'm just saying.
Lessons were learned that day.
Yes, lesson learned.
Yeah.
You think that there's like any point in this like backstory where it stops being a playable character?
The pirate part, it just is weird. It all depends on how the character was, right? If you're telling me the character showed up when it was 26, or I'm going to be like, okay, well, you're just a liar. This was a 10-year arc for you, like.
And
according, because the player put their age at the page. This is all before the age of 25.
It's not. Fought the dragon at 16. Then he had to go around and kill all the other heroes, become the hero, right? Yeah. Become leader, kill all the other monsters in there. Didn't he say that happened all within a year? So what? By 17, he was out going to become a pirate king. I don't know. Seems like it's all happened pretty fast for him to just lose all of his powers for some reason. But who knows? Gods are fickle.
In my opinion, the character isn't unplayable. As long as the core mechanics of the game are being followed. Like they're not trying to say, oh, I should have my skills should start at +10 because of my backstory. No, you're still level 1. So you only have a +2.
Oh, sure.
As long as the mechanics are still being...
That's why you build your character the way you build your character.
Yeah, exactly. Using the backstory as a guideline for making a character and justifying why they have training and skills, yes, 100%. As long as they're not trying to scam the system or scam the DM into being more powerful than what they really are at level 1, yeah, no, you can still do it. That's why I would say that as a player, I would just say this guy's in the character, not the player. The character, is a little immature and is just trying to say, "Hey, look how awesome I am because I'm an adventurer now."
Which is a big thing when you're 17 or 18. You're trying to
you're trying to establish your credibility. You're trying to
be cool.
Yeah, trying to be cool, and you're trying to show that, hey, I belong here. I deserve to be here. So all of that's justifiable as long as the mechanics are being obeyed and followed.
The thing that, like, and I think I brought it up to him because I think it was a movie at that point, it was one of my more favorite ones back then too, was the Tim Burton movie Big Fish. Was Edward, the main character, tells his big life story and no one knows if it's true or if it's not, because it's so outlandish of everything that happens throughout that entire movie that people question. And then he dies at the end. Spoiler, it's a 20-plus-year-old film.
Exactly.
But about 3/4 of the people, or a lot of the people that were in his life story that he's telling to people, show up to his funeral. They aren't quite exactly as he said. Like, there was a pair of Siamese twins that fell in love with him in the story, I believe. But they were just twins.
Oh, okay. Subtle difference. Okay.
The embellishments that everyone kind of wears.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing that, like, if it was handed to me in 2026, especially within the last several years, the sex scene and the gender reveal would be just giant crimson red flags.
That would be that'd be a hard no for me as a DM. Like, no, I'm gonna put my foot down as a GM.
And if you do not have the player's consent, which unfortunately they were teenagers, and he probably could strong arm the group at that point into saying yes.
Well, yeah, but
you did not have.
Did they arrive together?
Yes.
To the campaign, like their characters arrived together to the group, and that's how they introduced walking up together.
Yeah.
So, okay, so he was trying to create the backstory for how they ended up together, doing this. Okay. So we get a little bit more of the picture there. I feel like she probably was like, he was like, hey, we're gonna show up together, and she's like, oh, that's cool, and he's like, do you want to know each other beforehand? And she's like, oh, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
And then he just went with it, right? He just kept running.
Yeah, he just yeah.
They were like, it's a 100-yard dash, and he's running 5 miles. Like, he just keeps on going.
Yeah, he got consent on one thing and took it as implied consent for the next 100 steps.
For everything else. So that's probably what happened. But man, it's wild to take those liberties, especially without even telling them beforehand. Like on the way to the game, maybe. Hey, I wrote this cool thing. Like, this is how we did it.
Could you imagine pulling up that last block with somebody's house and like, oh, by the way, in my backstory, we had sex.
Oh, yeah, by the way. Yeah, you're walking up the front steps to your DM's house. Oh, hey, by the way, our characters know each other. We're in a relationship. We had sex. You may be pregnant. We don't know. We'll address that later. And then you knock on the door. No? So, yeah.
How true D&D families would be, to be fair. By the way, this is what we're doing. Let's go.
And then the other thing was just like the character that got involved in this backstory didn't even remotely mention his character in theirs. So there was no like communication.
Yeah, you could tell there was no communication beforehand.
He didn't take the boat up the mountain? Like,
apparently turned into an airship. So I mean,
no,
you there.
The crew.
One Piece, I bet you, because in One Piece you have to go up reverse mountain.
Or remembering they're still level 1, it was probably just the crew got out of the boat, picked the boat up, and carried it up the mountain.
Hey, tabletop gamers. Thank you for watching this episode of the Hermit's Homebrew. We come out with new episodes every Wednesday. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends as we continue to level up and grow.